I am from Neptune. I bring many greetings to you and many messages. I am not permitted really to channel through this one, such as there are ones that do wish not for this communication to occur. These are the ones of your negative realm do not wish this information to get out because this contains history of your world. But that is their problem. Greetings all of you. I am a humanoid from Neptune. I am not on the planet. I am on one of its moons. The name is not important right now because that discloses where we are. We do travel to Saturn's moon, Pluto, and there's much going on Pluto that might be of interest to many of you. This is information that is somewhat, it is sacred, but you are moving at a speed, at your group, and those that are open to this information, this is fine. For those that do not believe in this, that is their problem, and who cares what they think. You are mature. Those in this group and those that are listening are mature enough to have an open mind, which we respect very much. Not all information is always going to be 100% correct, because some entities have their way of doing things, have their perspective. So you're always going to get different perspectives. And our perspective will help your, let's see, shine a light on some mystery things on your world. Such as this planet, yes, that exploded in your, that was destroyed in your solar system. I have to even remind myself. Maldek, yes. I do not have all download within my soul being. I can only download so much into channelers to this channel. I will be quick with my information overload or download or whatever you wish. Overload. Yes, some of your news organizations use overload, so I will use the same techniques or whatever. It's not better. I am humanoid. I am of a yellowish skin. Us from Neptune are bluish, green sometimes. We were very peaceful. We were 4D, 5D. Our world, we wish not to go into totally details of our history. But as I was saying, this planet that was incinerated by reptilians that were very manipulative, and those of, I already forgot the name. I have to leave this up too so I can remember. Maldek. Those of Maldek were actually very arrogant. They were very powerful, but also very closed-minded and arrogant. They were very powerful and peaceful, but they have arrogance. And this is where your arrogance on your world comes from. It was a planet not exactly like yours, but it was similar in many ways. They felt they were superior to many, but they were very loving to each other and other species. Of course, reptilians thought they were going to outsmart them, and which they did, which led to their planet's destruction. And many on Maldek reincarnated on Mars. That is correct. And of course, Mars was affected by, yes, this is true, by Maldek's fragments from its planet did affect Mars to a certain degree. It did not take it out. It did not destroy its atmosphere, but it did not help much. And there was much corruption going on Mars, but not. It was mostly within its governments, within a small part, but which was enough where it was become threatening to other species. The reason I'm bringing this up is because many on Maldek reincarnated on your world. So many who are arrogant on your world brought this, and they're very stubborn. They're very nice, but they are very stubborn-minded. They are very kind. Many are part of your religious groups now. Once they get a certain mindset, it is impossible to bring them out. Much of this is Maldek's mentality. As I said, a lot of them are very kind, but they are very stubborn in their thinking. reason I'm bringing this information up is because it's part of your ascension process to wake them up, which will be nearly impossible for this information to become believable to them. But at least you will know about this. Oh yes, there's one. Yes, I have. Yes, we found this. Your communications here are very fascinating. We should just give it a go, even if there's many who wishes us to be extinct. There are only a few of us around in your solar system. A few hundred. I would say a few hundred right now. That is fine. We travel your universe. We bring much information to many species. We are connected with your group figure. We do speak to them. It is not well known, but we are fond with what they're working on. It's very fascinating to us. We are very impressed by their connection with your world and progress of what is happening. It's very fascinating. Oh yes, I know. I have many things to say. One thing though, what does our world have to do with yours? When we go into the history of your world, understand that when our world our experience on our planet was much technology, much science oriented, and as drama became known in the solar system, such a reptilian presence, you could say we closed shop in many ways. Our experiences, we sort of brought it to an end. But this was not in your ancient times. This was actually during your, one moment, we connect. During your 1500s is when our world pretty much came to we pretty much exhausted our experiences on our world. Mainly because your world is becoming, not with say a menace, but becoming very popular. And it was bringing much attention, and we were getting attention that we did not really encourage. So as our world came to a decline, as we are still around, what you must know is that when your world goes into 4D, when it's finally where it should have been back in Atlantis times, which is funny, many planets will come back to life, such as Saturn is one, Venus. Obviously, Venus will most likely become a second Earth because those in 3D and your world wish not to let go of this. That is a possibility. Definitely a possibility for this. That is being prepared for this, but it is not a definite. It is, as things are going right now, it seems most likely. Because your third density, those that wish to stay in this third density will continue it for a very long time. They wish to continue this cycle, and that is fine. As for why you would want to do that, that is their business, but many of us has this, why would you want to, anyway. There are many lessons to learn in 3D, and we understand why many would want to be part of this. And we also see those in 3D will stay in 3D and will most likely move to another planet. That is definitely up in the air right now. If that is so, their ascension will be very slow. It'd be like a turtle or tortoise. I'm not trying to insult the tortoise, but it'd be very slow. But it'll be intriguing to see where they head. But those that are awake right now, you will move into 4th density. You wish it already. We feel this. We feel that you are open for first contact. You are ready for the ships to come down. We understand this. You have love and compassion for us. We have love and compassion for you and those that wish nothing to do with us. So much contact will be open during this. Yes, I have much information. I'm going as quickly as I can so you can ask questions. But I have much to say to help you understand. Yes, I was listening earlier. This is true. We gave this one a download, this conduit a download. Yes, it is true that once your world is ready for 4D, completely ready, it will its mass will increase. Two sizes of Jupiter is possibility for that, but it will be a larger planet. It will go through many transformations. And you will be a lighter being anyway. You'll be in fourth density. So you'll be a lighter. So it will go into a huge rehaul of cleansings, and your Mother Earth will finally get a break. She will obviously stay within this world and advance along with all of you and feel a release of these troubled times that you are currently in. She can finally breathe, let's put it this way. And she's going to be around for a very long time as far as we know. Yes. Yes, and many moons will be added to your planet also. It helps with your ascension process, and additional knowledge, your air will change also, the oxygen rate will change, the terrain will change, much will change, much of your structures will be more natural than they are right now. They are not so natural. There is more, but I think that's all I have. Yes, I must have talked all your ears off. You're probably all asleep right now. I am from Neptune. I am humanoid. I have yellow skin. 6 foot tall. My eyes are larger than yours. I am slightly Pleiadian. And we also have cat-like features also. We have our own versions of your planet. As for mine, it was very loving in the beginning. It was very much kindness, different races, even some that were Asian were on your planet. This is after your prehistoric age. There's much Lyrans, however you word this. Many of them were on your world. There are many cat-like humanoids on your world. And it was peaceful at first, but then, yes, there was much destruction. Many negative energies came through, and I wouldn't say reptilian energies. Yes, that was there, but mostly the people of this planet became destructive against each other. There was also gray-like humans that were here, which ascended into our Asian populations. They were more gray-looking at that time, gray humanoids. But understand, it was very peaceful. It was very Atlantean, as you say. This was before your Atlantis, obviously. Many extraterrestrials were watching this world. The Nordics were part of this creation plan, but they helped life. Many Lyrans are part of helping life on this world. Many Greys are actually part of it also. As for reptilians were not really welcome to the table. They should have invited themselves and became a test. But much of the darkness on this world was partially from reptilian, but mostly it was just what was happening. Human nature became violent. And that was the end of that time. But yes, 8 worlds. I see 3 actually, but we all have our different ways of looking at things. When you get the number 8, what I get is that parts of the world were taken out. Parts of the world, like half the world was destroyed and renewed, or half resides. So this is why you get the 3s and the 8s. So technically 8 is right, and technically 3 is right. So you're in sort of like the 4th world in many ways. So we all have our own ways of looking at things. Oh yes, Jupiter. The likelihood of Jupiter being re-inhabited. Mars is technically inhabited right now. Venus are being re-inhabited. Jupiter is most likely candidate to be re-inhabited. Neptune, I do not see that being re-inhabited. Jupiter has many minerals and much history that can use a rebirth. And there's also, I forgot about this. And Pluto plays a part in your ascension process. I'm not sure if many of you are aware of this. That many that have been abducted on your planet by the Greys and others have been taken to areas of Pluto. Many reptilians are on Pluto currently. Negative ones, of course. These are ones that are plotting your. They do not like your. They disagree with the way your world is right now. I want to put that out there. The moons are part of, in my perspective, others have different. They have carried many energies for your fourth density levels. They will many knowledges, many vortexes within their being. So it's part of like stepping stones into 4D, into 5D. Many moons have many purposes. So not necessarily every moon has. One moment. I would see in your probability of your world as it evolves, I do see it transforming. I do see it larger in the future, though. I see you with 3 moons. These 3 moons will carry much possibilities of new life, of new discoveries for you to elevate. Many moons, and plus these extra moons have to do with your world's transformation. So it has many levels of reason of why they're there. Yes, there will be, I'm not sure of the alignment, but it'll be a way to keep your world, obviously, aligned, to keep it stabilized. And it's also be part of 4D and 5D. Those that wish to be a part of 5D will also be able to go into this realm.
So you mean the escalation will be faster as soon as we're going to reach 4D, 50 is going to be quick coming up?
Yes, not all will choose 5D, but some will. So you'll be able to sustain, as far as I can tell, you'll be able to sustain both species.
And I see in my head, not clearly the face, but I see the face and the eyes change into 2 circles of light.
I'll tell you what I have from that. One moment. This is, I know it's going to sound strange. This is a species from the moon that's not well known on your world. A primitive species. As for what it looks like, or what they look like, excuse me, I don't want to offend them. 1 second here. They are slightly like Martians, but they are not. They're like descendants of Mars, but they've found the moon as their second home as your world goes through what it's going through. This is like inhabitants of the moon. This is actually a species on the moon before. There's always been a species on your moon. I would say they're slightly more reddish color. They are humanoid. They're like the Greys, but not exactly. It's a totally different species. But the best, I am not getting a clear picture of who they are exactly. Obviously, I should know everything about them, but I am not familiar who they are. But let's see what I can calculate. You would say the moon people, the moon species, about, as for height, I see them as 4 feet tall, but of course they're telling me they're 6 feet tall, which is not true. They're humanoid, but not exactly. They have, I would say, 3 eyes on their face. They are humanoid, long fingers. Like I said, they're gray-like, but they are not the grays. Grays are seen as... One second. They're seen as insects, but these are not insects type of beings. But yes, they're like a moonman type of species,
Okay.
and they're speaking to you, wishing to make contact. Eventually, they will to make themselves more known. This is more data about what's going on in your moon and what is going on with your ascension. Many of your elites are on the moon and things like that.
They are positive.
Yes.
Do they have a name to will much easier to make connection with them?
The moon species or the moon people, that seems to be okay with them. They are very short, actually. They're not tall. They say they are tall. They don't know. Maybe they wish to be tall. That is probably true.
Do they wish share a symbol?
Let me see if I can connect with them. They are... Have you ever heard of the shadow people? They're something like that.
The shadow people?
There's something around those lines. They don't want to make themselves too well known. As for a symbol, one second. A pyramid structure with water underneath it. That is
With
their
water under?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, I will begin with that. Thank you very much, and thanks them to open this connection with me.
Yes, they are very kind. They're strange, but
Yeah.
they are friendly. They
Yeah.
have much knowledge for your world. Yes, they're very similar to the Greys, but anyway, I
Yeah.
had enough of that.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks.
Interesting.
And for me, do I have any message for me today?
There are higher beings trying to connect with you.
Which Laren?
They're higher beings.
Maybe I don't.
Higher, yes, these are beings unknown to you right now. Lyran is one of them. There are others.
Do we have clear eyes with blue inside? Light blue inside?
Clear eyes with light blue, yes. They are here. I would with this hold off on this for a later time. They wish not to be. They feel that your world's not ready for their presence yet, at least for communication.
Do we wish share his name?
The Blues is the name they give me.
The blues. Okay. And the last one is, do we have any positive dragon around me today?
Yes, I see one. Yes. He is not totally known, but he is there. Very fascinating. Yes, it's hard to see him. If your third eye, you can somewhat see him. He stays hidden. He's for good luck.
Okay.
Positive messages.
You don't have message or name you wish to share with me?
All I have to say is there's much good luck coming your way. Just hold on, and things take time.
Okay, thanks him, and wish see him soon in my head, in my dream or something like that.
Yes.